Welcome to FluentFaster, the English podcast for learners.
Hey everyone, welcome back to FluentFaster, the podcast that helps you not just learn English, but live it. I'm Maya.
And I'm Ethan. Today, we're talking about a huge topic, how to stop translating in your head and start thinking in English.
Yeah, this is one of the most common struggles learners tell us about. You know the words, you know the grammar, but your brain still wants to translate everything from your native language first.
Exactly. And the problem is that slows you down. By the time you translate the sentence, the conversation has already moved on.
So, our goal today is to give you practical strategies that actually help you start thinking in English naturally, without that mental translation step.
All right, let's start with why we translate in the first place. Our brains like to work with familiar patterns. If you've been speaking your native language for 20, 30, 40 years, English is the new guy in your brain.
Right. So your brain takes the sentence in English, turns it into your native language to understand it, then translates your answer back into English to respond. That's 2 extra steps you don't need.
So how do we cut those steps out? Strategy number 1, immerse yourself in English every day. And I don't mean just study for an hour, I mean surround yourself with English.
Yeah. Change your phone language to English, watch shows with English subtitles, listen to English podcasts when you're cooking or driving. The more you hear it, the more your brain gets used to it.
Think about it. When you learned your first language as a child, you didn't translate. You just heard it all the time until it made sense.
Exactly. Which leads to tip number 2, learn words and phrases in context, not in isolation.
Right. Don't just memorize apple. Learn, I'm eating an apple. This apple tastes sweet. Can I have an apple? That way, your brain connects meaning directly to English, not to your native word for apple.
And here's a little trick. When you learn a new word, picture it in your mind instead of saying the translation. If I say beach, imagine sand, waves, and sunshine, not the word in your language.
Love that. Number 3, practice speaking out loud even when you're alone.
Oh yeah, narrate your day in English, like, I'm making breakfast, I need to send an email. The weather is beautiful today.
It feels silly at first, but you're training your brain to produce English automatically without the translation step.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. The point is to get comfortable forming sentences instantly.
Tip number 4, stop aiming for perfect grammar while speaking.
Yes, perfection slows you down. Native speakers make mistakes too, they just keep talking.
If you focus too much on, is this the correct tense or is that the right preposition, your brain will jump back into translation mode.
Exactly. Speed first, accuracy later.
All right, number 5, think in simple English.
Yes, you don't have to think in big, complicated sentences. Start small. Instead of translating, I had a really exhausting day at work and now I feel totally drained, you could just think, I'm tired from work.
Over time, your brain will naturally add complexity, but start with what's easy and instant.
And tip number 6, use language islands.
Ooh, explain that one.
Sure. A language island is a small set of phrases you know perfectly that you can use without thinking. Like, that's a good question. Let me think. I'm not sure, but you practice these so much, they become automatic.
That's powerful because while you're saying one of these phrases, your brain has time to prepare the next part in English, not in your native language.
Number 7, visualize and connect directly in English.
Right. If I say dog, don't think of the word in your language. Think of a picture of a dog.
Exactly. It's like building a direct highway from the idea to English words, skipping the translation road completely.
Number 8, shadowing.
Yes, this is when you listen to native speech, a podcast, a YouTube video, even a movie, and repeat what you hear immediately, matching the tone, speed, and rhythm.
It's like karaoke, but for speaking English, and it forces you to think and speak in English without time to translate.
Tip number 9, limit your use of bilingual dictionaries.
Yeah, they're helpful sometimes, but if you can, use an English-English dictionary. That way you're learning definitions in English and building those direct connections.
And finally, tip number 10, be patient with yourself.
Seriously, thinking in English is a skill you build over time. You might still translate sometimes. That's okay.
The goal isn't to be perfect tomorrow. It's to reduce translation step by step until English feels natural in your head.
All right, before we wrap up, Maya, what's your personal favorite technique?
Narrating my day. It's simple. I can do it anywhere, and it really forces my brain to work in English.
For me, shadowing. I'll put on a short clip and try to copy every word and intonation. It's like a workout for your brain.
We'd love to hear from you. Which of these tips will you try first? Tell us in the comments.
And remember, the more you practice thinking in English, the faster your brain will get at it.
That's it for today's episode of Fluent Faster. See you next time.
Bye!